Hey, this is Candace with WeDharma.com. So, I want to talk about this amazing book that I started reading. Recognize it? Jim Colley's book. I had this nightmare of a travel days. The last 48 hours, I went to New York and back and had two canceled flights and 4 delayed flights and like 12 hours of layover just on one day. Okay. And the next day was slightly better, but just a little bit. So I thought it was kind of a gift because I was like, wow, there's nothing I can do about it. This is the situation. This is my present moment. I am going to dig into this book and get deep. So it was kind of perfect. And Tim, just so you know, I took some major notes because it was just too much. Like everything that I read, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, there's so many notes. So, super impressed, went far beyond my expectations, which is huge because I expect a lot from everything, myself and everything. So, amazing. I was so excited to find the things that I found in there. And there's a couple things I wanted to touch on because I'm just so excited about it. Part of WeDharma, well, the biggest part of WeDharma actually is, seeing how we're all so much alike, yet individuals and unique. And it's kind of funny, just, a lot of times in your book, in Tim's book, he talks about how he's a bartender and he's this and that, and he's like, has a pretty simple existence, or did. And I am so not that, but at the same time experienced almost exactly the same things in my being. And he talks about, which I always refer to it as well, I think it's like the soul talking, but as the state of being. I always say that, and it's true. Our state of our lives, our reality, our situations are completely 100% reflective of our state of being. So, here, I wanted to say, hold on, so some of these things I looked at. For me, I feel like I've been healing my whole life, but certain people are born with certain circumstances that push them in one direction or another, and mine was definitely pushing me towards a life of seeking and healing. But in the last couple of years, especially last year alone, I have become downright honest with my own emotional self, my physical self, my life, my relationships. This brutal honesty with what really happened to me in my life and what's happening in my life and who I really am and who I wish I was and what's going on with me, to be super honest with all that is the most amazing gift you can ever give yourself, because then you get real and then you get raw and then you become worth something because you are something real. You are an identity rather than an ideal or a concept or an unreachable sort of persona of something, but you're you. So with that, with the honesty that I found from my own life and seeing everything change around me, because my state of being has been owned. I've owned my power, and I love my power, and power is a strange word sometimes, but I love everything about who I am, because I realized finally for the first time in my life, and I guess a lot of this book kind of refers to a lot of things I talk about, but I found for the first time in my life, it's not my fault. My pain is not my fault. It's my fault to continue it. But things that happen to us in life are not our fault. They happened, and then we react in certain ways. And what becomes our fault is not changing the things that don't work for us. So there's huge opportunity in everything, and it's a continual thing. And you don't just heal. You keep healing. You keep growing. And there's so many amazing things in this book. Resistance was another huge thing for me. I was in a makeup chair the other day. It's a modeling job, okay? And I'm sitting there thinking about something. I was having the best day ever because I love what I do. I was doing a fitness campaign. I love what I do, and so who I am when I'm working. And a thought came to my mind that really bothered me, and I was having major resistance. And I was like, I don't like this feeling. So I sat with the feeling, and wow, that was interesting. I sat with the feeling, and I sat with the reality of what the situation was that I was thinking about. And all of a sudden I was like, the only reason I feel the way I feel right now is because I'm resisting the truth. I'm resisting that this is something happening to someone in my life that involves me, sort of. And it bothers me. Why? Because I don't want it to be true. But then if I just accept what's true, all of a sudden the resistance lifted, and I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, about my life now. And so I feel like we have so much resistance in life because we will not accept what is. I'm going to wrap it up because I don't want this to go on for hours, and it could any second, but my machine's like slowing down. This computer's got so many issues. But anyway, when we just are with what is, and we just are with those feelings, and we just completely are one with our own being, life becomes really fun and really loving, and the place I want to be. So on that note, I will let you go, but I'll be back soon. So have a great night, and namaste.